her way out of parking tickets. Give it up for Esther Forrester. How's everybody doing today? Woo, you're all glad you're here? Not home stuck watching Law and Order SUV marathons, right? Everybody's happy not to be stuck at home. All right, so who here, it's starting to be spring, right? Is everybody happy it's spring? Yeah. Woo, all right, so one thing I've noticed about spring, did you ever notice that everybody, when it first starts warming up at 70 degrees, everyone pretends they're interested in exercise, right? Yeah. Even the people who are like the biggest couch potatoes and they wake up with potato chips buried in them. They have like potato chips in their belly button. Even those people pretend they're marathon training, right? Yeah. Well, I've got good news for you. You guys do not have to exercise anymore. There's a way that you guys can, there's a way you guys can pretend that you exercise. There's lots of ways you can pretend you're exercising. There's fake sweat for sale, where you can actually purchase t-shirts that have fake sweat stains on them. So you can actually go to the pizza place and, walk over there, hang out at the pizza place for an hour, walk back and look like you've been to the gym, you've been rollerblading, you've been doing whatever everybody else claims they're doing, but yet you don't have to put in that exercising, right? We can even get you fake wear and tear on your sneakers. We can get you guys everything. You can have fake sweat stains, but the other good news is you don't have to fake the huffing and puffing. That should come as a snap, right, guys? That should be easy if you need to fake the exercising, right? Yep. You fake exercise, right? You over there? You're a fake exerciser, right? Woo! When was the last time you went to the gym? Not too long. A long time ago, right? Yeah. A year! Wow, I'm impressed. So you could use this, right? I think so, right? All right. Now, I know everybody though is worried about losing weight. Who wants to take off a few pounds? Woo! Everybody, right? So there are some easy ways. You do not have to cut carbs. You do not have to track your Weight Watchers points. There are other easy ways that you guys can lose weight. Okay, the first way is to live somewhere you cannot afford the food, right? So everybody's already here. Good news is you can't afford the food, you're not going to be able to eat. Other thing is you can live somewhere where the house is so tidy you're afraid you'll dirty it up. The other way you can lose weight is that you can become a mannequin, okay? The mannequins have it made, right? They don't have to ever worry about gaining weight, even though mannequins are disenfranchised people, right? The mannequins, they have no rights, right? Do mannequins have any rights? They're putting so many clothes on these mannequins, and yet they have no say, right, over what they put into it, right? Mannequins have no say, the mannequins have no say, right? Right. But yet the mannequins don't have to worry about gaining weight. So I recommend everyone become a mannequin. It's as simple as that, if they want to not ever worry about having to lose weight. The other thing that's been on my mind is that a lot of people who are experts, they say that the sky's the limit. There are no limits. Has anyone ever heard that? There's no limits out there? Yeah. Everybody's heard that, right? There's no limits. But there are limits, and that's what bothers me. For example, is my 90-year-old grandma going to date a porn star or a 25-year-old Calvin Klein model? Yeah. Yes! Who said that? Naysayers! Everything. But there's always those people. Or what about an anorexic? Could they really win a pie eating contest? What if an anorexic wants to do that? They're never going to do it, right? I'd love to see that. Or what about, a guy with one leg? Is he really going to be running the Iron Man? Is he really going to do it? There are limits in this life. Is someone with Asperger's really going to win as class president? Is that really going to happen? No! Everything is limits. There are all these limits to everything. And they need something that says, that shows you that there are limits. Everywhere has limits. There are you guys, what's your guys' story? Are you guys a group? Are you guys gonna have an orgy after, or what do you think? Yeah? Alright, let's do that. You are, right? You're all like swingers or what? Total swingers?
You have no idea.
Wow, this is awesome. You guys are, see, right? I've inspired you guys, see? Now that's something you guys don't have limits on. You guys can become one big...
No limit.
You guys don't have limits on that. You can invite as many people as you guys want into your orgy, right?
Yeah. Well, it all depends.
It all depends on what? But there's no limit really on that. Like you can keep joining. You guys may set the limit, but there's no limit. Many people as you want could join the whole thing, right? They could, right? All these people are going to join, and I think they will, right? Inspired, they should, right? I mean, otherwise they're depriving themselves of fun, right? They're limiting themselves if they don't join, right?
No limits.
No limits, guys. There's no limits on how. That's the one thing where it is a truth that anybody can join. That's if you want to protect your health. But if you don't care, then anyone can join, right? You can decide not to care about that, right? The one thing I want to think about is, there's all these causes, right? There's a ton of causes. We want to, feed the homeless, feed the this, stop MS. But one cause that I don't see getting attention is that I really feel bad for tomatoes. I mean, tomatoes really, I think, suffer. Because they're always like the understudy in a sandwich. Like, is a tomato ever really a star?
Yeah.
Tomato sauce.
But besides tomato sauce, does a tomato salad? You make it all the time. I really do. But fried green tomatoes. But our tomatoes mostly are the understudy, right? They're mostly the understudy, but do people really feel bad for the tomatoes? You don't feel bad for the tomatoes. So it's just right. No tomatoes. So see, it's a new thing. So you know what I think? Maybe. But see, the bread and the mayo are more the stars. The bread, the mayo, and the turkey are like more the stars of that sandwich, right? Well, but the turkey, usually meat is the star of the sandwich. I think it mostly. Has anyone ever eaten it or no? No. Is the later. Let's start. We're going to start the tomato diet in honor of tomatoes, and I promise that's everyone's shortcut to
Bloody
losing weight.
Marys.
Woo!